What's up, Monster Mall? You already know what it is, man. You already know how we here with it, man. Yeah, Double M. You already know Monster Mall. We in here, but today is not gonna be like a energetic video per se. Today is more like on a serious note, serious topic. I don't know if you all like know what's going on. I mean, although you kind of should, cause like everywhere, like beyond the United States, it's everywhere, right? Um, Black Lives Matter movement coming back strong and stronger, even in the United Kingdom and France. Those places have been with the movement. It's a lot going on right now in America. For those of you who aren't from here and who are here, there's a lot going on with police. I wouldn't even say police brutality, because I could be wrong. I mean, I don't really know that much, but to me, when I hear police brutality, I, in my head, I get the sense of police beating up people for no reason, like abusing them, like with fists and or their wands, but what the bats things, whatever they call, batons, something like that. But I get that's what comes to my head, white or black, but mainly black, white, black, Hispanic. When I hear police brutality, that's what comes to my head, like beating up innocent citizens for no reason, just because you feel like you can. Um, to me, these situations that are occurring right now is more of I see it as police abusing their power or police abusing their authority. You feel me? Like, I like to play a lot. I like to make jokes and all that, but like right now, it's like a real serious time. Like, we got Corona outside, like, and that hoe ain't playing with us. Like, Rona ain't playing. Like, she really outside. Like, she really stepping. Like, your local hood boy or hood girl, like your local gangster, white, black, or Hispanic, or any other ethnicity, because technically we're not different races. There's only one race, which is the human race. We all come from different ethnicities. But yeah, like they ain't stepping like Rona, and she outside, and with us dealing with Corona, if you know, that's the real name for it, Corona virus, COVID-19. But like we have to deal with everyday struggle. We got to deal with everyday being aware of our surroundings, not for people who dislike us or thieves or excuse me, or like bad people per se. We are aware of police officers right now who are not just killing Mexicans and abusing Mexicans or white people, but they're killing innocent black men for legitimately no reason. And the crazy thing about it is, it's been going on for a while. This ain't the first, but it's like, y'all gonna stop? Like, is that necessary? And it's like, I don't want to cry about it because I'm not a crying person. Like, it takes a lot for me to cry. Although the situations that are occurring does make me sad. With George Floyd and that situation that really started this, along with I hate to not know the people's names, but if you watch my shoe video, I don't even know about half of my shoes' names. Like, my bad. Names and me don't get along. I pray one day they will. But like, I want to say it was Ahmad. I don't know the rest of his name. Ahmad. He got killed in Brunswick, Georgia, and that wasn't even by a police officer. That was actually by some random racist white guys who legitimately hunted him down and shot and killed him. And we're still seeking justice for that situation, which is crazy. And the thing about it is, for those of you who don't know, I'm from Savannah, Georgia. Shout out to us, SAV 912, the Pope. You already know how we roll. You already know how we go. But besides all that, like, Brunswick, Georgia, where the guy Ahmad got killed at, is legit, like, if you drive fast and you don't do the speed limit, 30 minutes. If you do a little bit over the speed limit, 45 minutes. If you do the speed limit, an hour. Like, that's how close that is to home. And that's a crazy situation. Along with Breonna Taylor, I pray for her family, everybody's family, honestly, white, black, or Hispanic. But like, in these situations, Black Lives Matter. They thought I was gonna say all lives matter. No, sir. But y'all do. But Black lives right now are more important. That's what we're getting at. But like, I pray for her family. The police officer actually ran into, if I'm not mistaken, ran into her house, or I'm not gonna say house. I don't know if it was a house or apartment, but her place of living, and killed her. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, that's wild. And then who else? I can't think of his first name. But there's a video. A light-skinned guy. I know his last name was Reed. He was killed by a police officer while running away, and that is, like, to me, police are killing innocent black people and then coming up with a reason why, or a story of why, to kind of justify the killing. And then the story that they often come up with is like, okay, but you didn't have to kill him. Like the dude Reed, if I'm not mistaken, he didn't want to pull over for the police officer. Kind of like took them on a short, high-speed chase, and quote-unquote high-speed, because in the video that I saw, he really wasn't going that fast. He was just not pulling over. And the crazy thing is, he was in the U.S. military, African-American guy. He pulled over, got out the car, and he just started running. But I don't think he was doing it for, like, illegal. He wasn't doing it for illegal purposes. He was just really doing it for fun. He didn't really want to pull over where he was, and they killed him. That's the story I got. Then now, with everything going on, boom, George Floyd. Officer kneels on his neck for over eight minutes and kills him. And when people tried to stop the officer from actually killing him before George Floyd was actually pronounced dead or seemed not alive anymore, people tried to, like, go to the police officer, like, get off him, this, that, and third. And the officer pulls out his taser gun and points it at the people. And then I don't know if he's Chinese. I'm gonna just go with Asian. The Asian dude, the Asian officer in the video, he's just standing there not letting people by. He's not even telling the officer to get off his neck. And then the other two officers that's not really in the main video that people were seeing, but there is a video where you can see the other two officers. They're not even telling the dude to get off of George Floyd's neck. And I think that's, like, crazy situation. And then, like, that's what really sparks everything. But, like, the part that saddened me about George Floyd is when the NBA player, which is, like, his, like, best friend, and they consider each other family and everything like that, like cousins, they look just alike. But what made me sad was, like, when I don't know if you all seen the video or the picture, but is it Steven Jackson? Why can I think of the NBA player name? I think that's correct. But y'all know who I'm talking about. He was holding George Floyd's daughter on his shoulders, and she was like, "Daddy changed the world," and I felt like that right there kind of made me sad. To actually think about the fact that she's gonna grow up without her father due to a racist police officer. And the crazy thing about it is the officer knew George Floyd. Like, this wasn't a regular encounter. For those of you who don't know the extra background of this whole situation, George Floyd and this police officer both worked security at the same club. And apparently George Floyd and the officer already had problems because of the way the officer who killed George Floyd would treat the people. And it's like, there shouldn't be a question about it. Now it's not even hard. Like, it's nothing he did. And they tried to say that George Floyd had drugs in the system. Get out of here. And even if he did, that doesn't mean you kill him. Again, okay, even if he was on drugs, that doesn't mean you kill him. They tried to say he was resisting arrest. That doesn't mean you kill him. It does not. And in the video, he was never resisting arrest. Even the store owner who had cameras outside of his store showed the cameras and said he was never resisting arrest. And the reason that the police was even called, because they said he was trying to cash a check that didn't go through, or a counterfeit $20 bill. There's two different stories that I heard when it comes to why the police were even called. But my thing is, this officer knew George Floyd. Like, you knew what type of person he was. You knew he wasn't an illegal person. So to me, that just, him being killed by the officer, that came from hatred and racism. And that's why people are protesting. And I think that whether you're black, white, Hispanic, French, Dutch, European, Asian, like, we have to come together as people, because this is a serious situation. And like, I know I play a lot and I say some things and people might be like, "Oh, you're saying too much, this, that, and third." Like, but like, I feel as though we were put on earth, because I believe in Jesus, I believe in God. Excuse me. And I feel as though we were put on this earth to, like, learn to love each other for who we are, no matter what. And once we learn to love each other, actually love each other and show it and grow as people. Because it's like, why us? Like, me being a black male, like, it's like, why do officers kill innocent black people, like, male or female? And it's crazy. And it's not just us, it's the Latino community, the Mexican community, things of that nature. And it's like, it shouldn't matter your ethnicity, and it shouldn't matter your skin color. It's about respecting one another for who we are. And no matter what your ethnicity is, or skin color is, you should know right from wrong, and you should want to help the next person, no matter what. And I'm not saying every person isn't a bad person. That's not what I'm saying. I know there are some people who, I guess you can say, deserve to be in jail for lack thereof. But, like, at the same time, I feel as though jail isn't a place where everyone should go. Because, like, okay, you got somebody who sells drugs, right? Whether it's weed or any other drug, I'm not gonna name them. But it's like, okay, but 30 years, 5 years in jail for trying to get some money, I'm quite sure if that person had an equal or a better opportunity to make money or knew something different or knew something better, they wouldn't sell drugs. And I feel as though I feel as though drugs isn't a reason someone should get so much time in jail. Like, I feel like jail and prison is for like real killers. I'm talking about like for no reason type killers, like just your school shooters. Yeah, those people. Yeah, the school shooters. There's nothing wrong with them mentally for real. It's not. Not all of them. Maybe two. Maybe two, three. But all of them, no, no. The guy in South Carolina who shot up the church. It's nothing wrong with him. White guy started coming to a predominantly black church and just shut up the church. There's nothing wrong with him. Not if it's plotted. No. Even if it's not plotted. It don't be nothing wrong. Those are the people who deserve 15, 30 years and life in prison. You feel me? Like, and it's crazy because the school shooters that was in Texas, it was 2 of them that I know of. But it's a lot of school shootings. But just all of them don't really get like put up there, but like on the news. But the school shooter, right, in Texas and South Carolina, both white, just like killed over 5 people for no reason. No reason. They walk out, hands up, no shooting, no nothing, just murder a whole bunch of people. Police, SWAT team, army, nobody's shooting. But a black man gets pulled over, no reason, bam, no questions. Before we even get to the third question, you killing an innocent black man. And then like recently in Atlanta, Georgia, which is like 3 to 4 hours away from me, the Wakanda for America when it comes to African Americans, it's like you killed the man at Wendy's who was sleeping in a drive-thru. Before you tried to see what was wrong with the man, African American man, the police officers rushing up to him on some aggressive type stuff and handling him all kind of ways. How you expect somebody to act? This is at night. You don't know what was the situation, and they killed them. And I think that's a crazy situation by a white officer. And it's like, wow, like, this was we doing that? Like, this was really going on. Like, apparently, if you don't know the story, it's actually fairly new. It just happened, like, well, today, if I'm not mistaken, is June 13th. Yeah, today is June 13th. So this happened June 12th. I had to give y'all the dates because I'm going to post this, like, 2 days after this or 3 more days after this. But, so this happened June 12th. This is fairly new. Apparently, the story is African-American dude at Wendy's fell asleep in the drive-thru, like, at Wendy's. They said he was drunk. That's the story that I'm hearing right now. He was, I don't know what that was. But apparently he was drunk in the drive-thru. Police pull up. I guess they trying to see what's going on. I don't know from there what happened, but the people who was there said police officers like basically started being aggressive. The dude trying to get away from the police officers. He reached for the police officer's taser gun. He got the taser gun and then proceeded to run away. So he wrestled one police officer, got the other police officer that was there off of him. The fat police officer that was on the ground still because he's not strong enough to hold someone down by himself along with the other guy. He's on the ground, the fat one, right? Then there's the other police officer, both white. And I'm not racist. I actually have white friends, and I actually have white people that aren't racist, and I respect them highly. But it's like, okay, so one officer on the ground, other officer there. The other officer that's standing up still, who they basically like lost his handle on the African American guy. Um, he's just standing there at that point. He takes the taser gun away from the fat officer, runs away. The skinny officer that was still standing, he like gets his balance, he gets himself together, pulls out his taser gun or stun gun, I guess you can say, chases the dude to shoot him with the taser gun or the stun gun, right? The fat boy that was on the ground, he gets up and he chases him and shoots him before the other officer can have a chance to at least just, what's the word? Apprehend him. I think I'm saying that word right, but like hold him down or slow him down, whatever. And I feel as though like it's those situations like it's like wow, and that's like close, and it's like if police officers doing that in Georgia, like well, not I wouldn't even say Georgia because Georgia is kind of like racist, but Atlanta is more like diverse, so it's like they doing that in Atlanta. It's like where in the world can you go? Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's crazy. And this is gonna be a long. This I can tell this is gonna be a long video, but like, it's like, and I'm not doing no editing, but it's like, point of the matter is for all this, for like everything I'm saying, like, it's like hard for me to talk about, so I might be going here and there, but it's like, what is there to do? Like, we don't get rid of the police because who you gonna call? Like, when you get in an accident, who you gonna call? When somebody run off with your stuff and you don't know who did it and you got to file a claim, who you gonna call? Somebody run through your stuff, breaking your car, who you gonna call? So it's like, it's that little stuff like that. But I say we need to evaluate these officers, do a background check. We need to find out their work history and how they have handled situations in the past. And we need to get them gone. You feel me? And I'm not saying every officer is bad. I'm not saying every officer that still remains, if they were to do such a thing, is so good and so perfect. No. Because I feel as though if you look past your partner doing something that jeopardizes someone else's life or that is considered illegal, such as, you know, those officers who also sell drugs on the low and takes it to the community, or sells drugs on the low and looks out for the plug and all that, they just as bad. Just because they ain't killed nobody, they just as bad. Hey, get your money, boo-boo, but hey, don't turn your head when an innocent man get killed, when you over there doing all that. You feel me? Like, that don't make you no better either. And you not saying nothing or standing up for at least that makes you bad. You feel me? Like, it's stuff like that I can't respect. You feel me? And it's like, cause I'm the type of person, I'm a realist. Like, with me, you gonna have to accept the good, the bad, and the ugly. But like, to me, it's like, I'm the type of person, you can't just say, that this person is bad and this person not, based on what they do. Nah, both of them bad. If you really want to, you know, take it there, it's both situations is bad. One ain't better than the other when it comes to supposed to uphold the law, you know? So my thing is, as people, I feel as though we need to come together. Like, we got to come together. We got to do better. Black, white, Hispanic, no matter your ethnicity or background, we have to come together. Like, it's time for a change. Like, all lives matter. Even in the gay community, they say Trump took away their health care if you consider gay, or, you know, this, that, or trans. Not like, you can't be doing that to people. Like, if you like what kind of person is you? Like, that type of stuff, like, that bothers me. Like, and stuff don't really bother me like that, but stuff like that, like things of this nature, is like, what? Like, why would you take away people's health care if they, so what? And people want to be gay, like, they love who they love, they like who they like. That don't make it right. I don't believe in that. I'm gonna be honest. But like I said, I'm a realistic person. Like, they still human beings. Like, they deserve the same equal rights and equal what's the word I'm looking for? Equal help, I guess you could say. The same equal help, like, as the next person. Like, that bothers me. And I feel like as people, like, we got to come together, keep protesting, like, keep saying Black Lives Matter, and yes, all lives matter, and to the I don't know the letter, so I'm gonna say keep it. Hey, I keep it G. Hey, to the gay community, like, y'all keep protesting too for yourself. Y'all matter too. Y'all deserve. Hey, I have nothing against y'all. You feel me? I know a lot of gay people. I don't hang with them, but I know them, and like, they ain't never did me wrong. You feel me? So I don't. And even if a gay person did do me wrong or treat me wrong, that don't mean every gay person is so bad. Same thing with black people. Just because one black person did a crime, don't mean the next black person that you see in the car did a crime. Like, have a heart. You feel me? Like, I feel like gay community protest for yourself, but also keep in mind, like, protest for Black Lives Matter too, because it's real out here for us. Like, black people, like, we go through a lot. Like, for real, like, you got to be concerned about this, that, and the third, on top of the police and the people who are supposed to be protecting us. And I feel like it's time for a change. Like, we got to keep protesting. We got to keep getting laws passed to protect us from police officers, and get laws passed that stop police officers from being able to do certain things just because they have a badge. Like Boosie say, without that badge, you a bitch and a half. And we say, yeah. So it's like, come on, man. Like, don't abuse your power or your authority when you're supposed to really be here to help people. And I know y'all officers deal with different situations where y'all life be in danger for real, and you can never be too cautious. But, like, I don't see no white person out here getting knocked off and killed for no reason by police officers. Like, or getting asked multiple questions. Like, I seen a video on Instagram. It was a black guy. He got pulled over, and the officer, first thing he do, you got to have your phone out. So the black dude, he got his phone, he recording. First thing the officer do, in the video, he said, I didn't see it, but he said, and as you can see, with the officer's reaction, that is what he did. He pulls his gun out on the man, and the only reason the officer said he stopped him was because he turned without a turning signal. Like, it's that type of stuff. Like, you can't be doing that to people. Like, come on, man. That's somebody's family. That's somebody's father or mother. Like, that's somebody's child. Because they've been killing kids, too. Yeah. So, it's like, Black Lives Matter. Y'all need to know that. I'm going to just stop talking about the situation. All I'm going to say is, hey, pray for a change. Pray for a change. Pray for the best. Hey, get us a good president. Get some people in office that's really for everybody, for equality. And yeah, man, you gotta get these. Hey, we gotta hold these officers accountable. They need to go to jail, just like the next person. Just because you was on the workforce, your killing, that don't go unnoticed. You was wrong, and you know that you was wrong. And yeah, I know it's a long video, so I'm gonna just go ahead and cut it off right here, man. I pray for justice for all those family members who got to deal with that when it comes to those police officers killing their family member. And keep riding. Keep doing what you want to do. Hey, burn all that stuff down. You ask me, hey, and protest. And just, yeah. Keep doing it till they get the message. Like, I need to stop and respect us as human. All right, Master Mob, we out. You already know how we rock.